I'm doing it for my daughter.
You could have Lakers sing ABCD or Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, something like that.
Or you can do
Oh, vomit. Nick, why don't you just read the beginning of War and Peace?
All right. It's a long yesteryear had come across the prairie. For the first time, the wolves had stopped howling at the see-through trees in the forest that seemed forever barren, was once springing new life and grazing
It's good?
gassed upon us.
I think you just said a level 2.
Okay, never mind. Oh. I like how you can imitate a book style without ever having read it. Do you remember that thing you were doing that was like My Father's Hands?
No.
I read you like one line of a Ray Bradbury thing that was like dandelions or something. And you just started going like, it was a warm summer and the smell of my father's hands after working on the wood all day was resonating with me throughout the car as we drove our trip down memory lane that year. You were saying shit, and I was just like,
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Yeah, good. I got good reading comprehension skills in school. I had like I could pick up what people were putting down quickly. Mm-hmm. Like in a like, oh, we're gonna have to deal with this fucking guy. That's why when like hyper stylistic writers sometimes like bother me.
Yeah.
Because some people are like so blown back by it. But it's like the razzmatazz of the jingle jang went down the street.
Bro.
Old Phosphorus came through with the butternuts and wanted to mess with everyone in the cool zone. Like, okay.
I fucking hate that.
Are you gonna tell me a story? Or are you gonna fucking sit here and scat all night? Because I got shit to do, bro.
Man, that's a brilliant point. There's this one guy that's like, fuck, people, like my mom fucking, when she sees this guy on TV, he's like this old guy that reads in a black studio. It's gonna take 5 minutes and kill the momentum to look it up, but I gotta find this guy's name.
But he speaks in a certain prose.
He speaks in it's all stylistic. Like the story is nothing. The story is like him and his friends went to like a fire station and played in front of the hydrant.
Is it a childhood story?
It takes 45 minutes for him to tell, and it's just like utterly laced with this pretentious gobbledygook.
I hate that.
I hate it.
That's like a high art gets like that.
Yeah.
Like people talking for 45 minutes about pieces. And it's like, Jesus Christ. But you're just doing it about words, which is crazy. That's like painting paint cans.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense. Like and then therefore, I heard people doing it this morning, trying to sound like brilliant by saying that we're basically like the Quakers. He said like he referred some sort of behavioral mechanism repair in the social fabric would attribute to us being Quakers. And I was like, man, who the fuck is sitting behind me right now? What kind of fucking school administrating bullshit is sitting right behind me at breakfast? And then
I should just call my mom and ask her what her favorite.
Why do you want to know? Samuel, why do you want to know this? I just need to know. I have a gun to my head. I have to go.
Did you read the Black Slam poetry thing I wrote?
I don't think so, no.
Mama cries a different kind of tears. I wrote this thing. It's like 5 minutes long, and it's just it's too much, and it can't be published.
Really?
Yeah, it actually is. I'll read you the first like line from it.
Okay.
It's called. Oh, it's called "I'm Black as Hell." Let's see what's Damn. It's too much.
Really? I'm
Yeah.
surprised because we have like
And also the slam poetry thing, I don't know how to. I've been thinking for years how to. Is it even worth parodying slam poetry and like Spalding Gray type people?
unless it's really funny.
It's so brutal, man. It's my least favorite thing in the planet. Spoken word. I think maybe I'll just maybe I should just find one of them and hit him.
I think spoken words can be parried
in the top of the head.
can be a parody of spoken word, be funny.
I was describing, you know, Nick's impressions are so good.
Yeah.
I was describing what Spalding Gray does. Not even, I didn't show him a video or anything. And Nick immediately launched into a perfect Spalding Gray poem.
Really?
But that's how good Nick is at doing impressions and thinking of comedic stuff, and that's how formulaic this silly Billy's shit is.
I've never even seen this guy before.
And second of all, these old white guys, I don't know if he's white, but this guy, Anthony Bourdain, like the high-end New York Times, they had a featured story, it's amazing, bestseller. They write for the Atlantic, they write in the New Yorker, whoever. Like they're like the guys, they're like I think is Anthony Bourdain Jewish? They're like the Shabbos Goy. He was Jewish. They're people that are just adored by. They're like a higher level than Seinfeld and Larry David. They're like the guys that like real embedded into New York.
I'm trying to think of another example.
People adore, and these are the people that like fueled Basquiat and that whole like era of art. But they love this guy.
This guy?
David Sedaris?
No, not it. That's almost it though. David Sedaris masterclass.
Yeah, I want the David Sedaris. Not the curly-haired guy, right?
It could be a curly-haired guy.
Who's the guy who did the Malcolm Gladwell?
No, fuck. But Malcolm Gladwell's another heavy hitter.
So it's circular, right? And that's when we're going to evolve into the human form. And here's where my plan evolves, and where I'm in human form. I've lived my whole life as a particle. And I've spent the last 36 years integrating myself into society.
Patient Zero, the myth of the AIDS super spreader. Yeah, the myth. Yeah, right. Fucking everyone's trying to recontextualize and lie about everything.
Yeah, I like that. They're just spinning 5-year-old stories.
That's like yeah.
That's a new thing now, is just regurgitating news and media. Magazines are total shit garbage.
Mm-hmm. This is killing me. Someone will know. Okay, enough of this. Sorry, guys. Yeah, just if anyone knows who I'm referring to, send it over.
End all of that. Your mom loves seeing this guy talk.
Yeah,
he's the big winner at NPR.
He's the big winner,
and he talks about what genre of book?
He'll sit there, and he'll say it's just stories about nothing. Like I remember my grandfather's corduroys. They smelled like cigarette smoke and the world.
Oh,
that type of thing.
Does he talk like that?
Yeah.
He says "and the world."
Yeah.
You fucking jerk off.
Yeah.
Really?
It's like hipster, old hipster shit.
Yeah. Imagine that working and getting and then growing old, and then people just thinking you're smart.
Yeah. Like, or maybe ask them to quiet down out there. Don't make it sound like I said it though.
While you do that, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna pretend that you're a girl photographer, and you're a girl photographer, and I'm going to try to be a model who's trying to win the side of a really rich girl photographer.
So right now I'm with me with the camera.
Yep.
So what if I was a girl photographer? What would you say?
I'm also the guy that we're talking about here. So you're trying to get a picture of my soul, basically? No, he wouldn't say basically. So you're using your instrument to get a picture of my soul. Okay. What else would he say? This fucking idiot. People say that cameras are only good at one thing: capturing moments in a glance. And if you live your life non-linearly, then I guess that's all you'll be able to see. Yeah, good one, dude. If you are staring through the lens of a camera, an eye back unto you,
damn,
Are we parallel in nature and in instinct? Or is it bound by only forthright givens from the universe unto which we are able to explore at another dimension at a different pace, rate, time?
Jesus Christ.
That's fucking idiot shit, dude. Man, that shit's crazy, man. I knew a dude with a I'll just Theo Von after that. Man, I knew a dude that would give raccoon nickels.
Is that a thing Theo Von has said?
No, I like thinking about like Theo Vonisms though. I think I heard Bert Kreischer saying that, and I was like, man, I would love to play that game. I think that's like fun.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I knew a dude who would walk through a car wash. He'd eat his lunch in the middle of a car wash.
Damn.
So I desperately wanted to fill up my little bottles. I carried these around. I was carrying these little Smirnoff bottles around. I had 4 of them, and they start full, and then they get empty. In fact, I've been carrying these around with me since 1967, when I first started drinking under the table in New York City. Just pouring drinks under the table and saving money that way. Really, I never got caught. And from the highest restaurant to the lowest, really, from the Rainbow Room to Burger King, never got caught. In fact, I saved enough money to buy a Soho loft pouring drinks under the table. Get your 4 bottles, or 2 bottles if you want to start with 2, or you can start with 1. And get it out in the morning and get your big half-gallon, and get a white plastic funnel from Woolworths for 59 cents. And go down, fill up your bottles in the morning, like that. You're all set, Captain. Ladies, you can put 4 in your pocketbook. Guys, you can put 2 in either side pocket, and you're off to your busy day in your fancy restaurant at night. Now, what happens in any American restaurant as soon as you arrive? What do they give you? Ice water. Lots of ice. And you have a perfect setup. And all you have to do is drink the water down and leave the ice. And then everything's set to get the vodka bottle out into the table. Provided that is, you can keep the water boy away from the table. No! No more water! No more, no, just leave the ice. I'm going to be working with it throughout the evening. Thank you very much. Then you have to get the bottle out. Now, to make sure no one notices what you're doing, you have to begin to talk very passionately with the person across from you. You have to make something up. It's a difficult part for me. Oh, I don't know. You make up something really important, like, say, talk about a film script or an affair, right?
Glad he's dead.
Yeah, that just sounds like the gayest approach ever.
But I didn't even show this to Nick. I just told him what the guy's shtiz was, that he goes to these crowds I think it's only in New York, that he yaps to these people, and the audience is coming.
Yeah.
Like, this is so, you know when people use the word storytelling?
Yeah.
It's like everything, hey, you're a painter, I'm a musician, we're both storytellers. At the end of the day, it's about what story are we gonna latch onto, and what's gonna uplift us and make us sort of reflect on, wow, I'm actually human. Like, wow, it's a story. This is raw, pure, incarnate storytelling. This is what they mean when they say that word. And I told Nick what the vibes were, and Nick launches into this thing. I think it's in a PGL where he's like, I remember the oaky wood of my father's hands in the summer, the bright summer light, as we stepped out into the workshop, and I saw the old wagon there collecting dust. And it's like this, it's like a 1-to-1. Like, there is a Spalding Gray story where he's talking about his father's hands in the wood workshop.
Yeah.
Sleeping bags on her floor. Whenever we complain, she sends them down, and they go, "Hey, look, man."
So glad he's dead. Okay, anyway, sorry.
Anywho, we got Bob with 25 Canadian. From henceforth, Chris Lynch will be known as Fat Chris, and Airsoft will be known as Obese Chris. Easy way to distinct them